But anyway, you guys over at the NYC Rescue Mission are doing such great things, and this time of year, you have to remember that not everybody has a home, not everybody has a meal. Tell us about what you guys are doing.
I've got a little bit of a cold. My family is putting up with me being away from them for a few minutes. A shout out to my family. We're talking about the spaghetti westerns, and that's Italy, of course. I will give a shout out to one of the oldest bakeries and cafes in Little Italy, which is Ferrara's. And Little Italy is a stone's throw away from the New York City Rescue Mission, which is kind of a no man's land between Little Italy, Chinatown, Tribeca, and the courts. So we reached out to Ferrara's, and they gave us cookies and things for our great Thanksgiving banquet last week. We actually are the kickoff for Great Thanksgiving Week in New York City, and Mayor Bloomberg has, for many years now, has given us a proclamation because we serve over 1,000 homeless folks from the New York City shelter system, and we send out buses and roll out the red carpet for them and bring them over to our facility close to Little Italy, close to Chinatown, and we treat them just like kings and queens. And these are folks living in a shelter. You do not feel like a king nor a queen. And sometimes they have the kids with them, and that they have shot themselves in the foot. Other people have shot them in the foot. They are having a rough life, and we want to make them feel special because our worldview is that God thinks that we are special, all of us. And it doesn't feel that way sometimes, but we want to remind them and to give them new hope. And part of that is a full belly, and part of that is listening to world-class jazz. I heard you a few minutes ago talking about some of the musicians. We have a group that just keeps coming back year after year to our banquets, and we do a Mother's Day banquet right before Mother's Day, and the same kind of thing. We have a group called the Eddie Bashai Trio, and I just got to give a shout because they have world-class jazz, whatever that means, and they can play the funk, they can play the rhythm and blues, they can play the country, they can get childlike and do the little kiddie songs for the kids. So we just have a grand time. This was a week ago, right before Thanksgiving. But we do this 24/7. And back in the day, 4 or 5 years ago even, you gave us a shout-out and gave us a little interview time. And so, getting the word out about serving the homeless is part of the thing, because we do this every day of the year. And this is Lower Manhattan. We've been doing this since 1872. Now, they didn't have radio stations back then, but ever since you have known about us, Evan, you have been a supporter, and we appreciate that.